Well, good day. This is Brother Phil Swindle with Technumi.com. And today, as we're talking about 30 days to podcast, I want to talk about something that if you're a pastor, you're very familiar with. Every week, you have to think about who your audience is as you're preparing your sermon. Well, the same principle applies to podcasting. You have to think about your audience as you're getting ready to do your podcast. Even as you're beginning to create your podcast, you want to know who your audience is. You want to have a picture of that person in your mind. And to do that, you have to think a lot. You have to write down some things and understand who you're trying to reach in your podcast so that you might be able to prepare the best message for them. Look, you're a preacher. You prepare sermons. I'm not going to teach you how to prepare a sermon, but I can talk to you a little bit about how to prepare your podcast. And as you're thinking today about who your audience will be, I want you to write down some descriptions. Give your person an age. Maybe it's a male and a female. Give them ages. Give them names. Describe their family life. Do they have children? Have their children flown the coop and emptied the nest? What is it about these people that make them very personable to you? And as you're doing that, write down that description and then search for a picture of someone that you don't know who could be those people. And print them out and keep them with you. As a matter of fact, I have pictures of two people on my wall right behind my computer screen so that as I am recording a podcast, I'm looking at them. I'm talking to them. One of them is a pastor friend of mine who was recently relieved from his job. I guess that's the best way to say it. And I have a compassion for him and for his family, and so I have his picture up here. So think about who it is you will be trying to speak to in your podcast, and then describe them very distinctly, very carefully. Know who they are, know about their family. Imagine what kind of car they would drive, what kind of clothes they would go buy, what stores they would shop in. Imagine what kind of phones they use and maybe who the carrier is. Try to think about who they are so that you can speak very specifically and distinctly to them. And as you do that, believe it or not, you will expand the reach of your ministry, because there are many more people like that than if you tried to reach everyone with a message and then reached no one. Think of the old phrase, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you'll never be able to please all of the people all of the time. So find those few that you can please some of the time and reach out to them and make your message tailor fit for their needs. And as you do so, your reach will expand. It will grow, and it may grow slowly or it may grow rapidly, but it will grow. I can assure you of that. So you have a great day today. Be thinking about who your audience is, and be thinking about how you can tailor make your website, your podcast content, everything that you do to reach them with the Word of God. You have a great day, and remember, be Technumi. Show God to someone today. You know, I absolutely forgot to put probably the most important part of information in this video earlier. So I want to add it to the end, and that is, if you'll go to the link below this video, you'll get a link to a PDF file that will help you describe, define, and understand who your ideal audience is. And then that will help you go and find a picture or some type of image of someone who fits into that description that you've come up with, so that you'll be able to visualize and see the people that you're talking to through your podcast. One of the great things about podcast, even over video like we're using here, is that it can be very intimate. Instead of just me and you talking face to face, your listener has their earbuds in their ear or their headphones over their ear, and it's just you and them. And so they're able to shut out all the other distractions and just think about what you're saying. Even if they're running down the street or whatever they may be doing, they can listen to you and have all the other audio around them, all the other sounds around them, just sort of plugged out of the way. And so it's a very intimate situation in which you and your listener are just carrying on a conversation. And so you'll want to do this step. You'll want to understand who it is that you are speaking to, so that you can speak to them in a very real, a very personal, and very intimate setting, so that they'll know that you are caring about them personally. So go down to the link right down here and download the Adobe Acrobat file that will help you answer the question, so that you might be able to describe your perfect audience member and be able to speak specifically to that person, so that they will hear the message that you have, and so that they will know that you are Dick Numi and you are showing God to them.